Extra Video 3. The History of the Temple Garden of Philosophy. Inoue Enryo's Heritage. The site of the Temple Garden of Philosophy in Tokyo's Nakano City was purchased by the philosopher Inoue Enryo in 1999 as the new campus for the Philosophy Academy. The Philosophy Academy, which was founded by Enryo in 1887, is the predecessor school of today's Toyo University in Bunkyo City. In 1903, the Ministry of Education gave permission to develop the Philosophy Academy into the private Philosophy Academy University. In order to commemorate this event, Enryo erected the Shrine of the Four Sages on the ground in Nakano City. The four sages of the world philosophy whom Enryo selected are Buddha, Confucius, Socrates, and Kant. In April 1904, when the Philosophy Academy University opened its doors, the opening ceremony of the Four Sages Shrine was also held. This was the beginning of the Temple Garden of Philosophy. For various reasons, the Philosophy Academy University was never moved to Nakano. In 1906, Enryo resigned as head of the university, and his activities shifted from school education to social education. From there, he put on all his energy into the development of the Nakano site to become a public park for mental cultivation. He adopted the unique plan to give the world of philosophy a visual expression. He furnished the park with altogether 77 buildings, stone monuments, and other garden features, and named each of them with philosophical terminology, such as, for example, the Garden of Materialism or the Pond of the Mind. Today, there are 77 features of the Temple Garden of Philosophy. The layout of the 77 features allows the visitors to learn about philosophy while walking through the garden. As fundraising for the park, Enryo collected donations from many different people. He traveled all around the country, gave lectures, and produced calligraphy works on demand from local people. Half of the money he collected, Enryo used to cover his travel expenses and to donate for local welfare projects. The other half he kept for the building and maintenance of the Temple Garden of Philosophy. In 1915, most of the 77 features around the Philosophy Shrine were completed and could be revealed to the public. In November the same year, Enryo published the Guide to the Temple Garden of Philosophy, which explains the meaning of the 77 philosophical garden features. If one explores the garden based on these explanations, it is possible to get a glimpse of the philosophical world Enryo designed. After finishing his nationwide lecture tours, Enryo wanted to become the gatekeeper of his park, cleaning in the morning and giving little talks and sermons to the visitors during the day. Unfortunately, he could not realize his plans. In June 1919, on a lecture tour, he fell ill and died in the Chinese city of Dairen, or Port Arthur. During the 13 years since his retreat from the university, from 1906 to 1918, Enryo gave more than 5,000 lectures in about 3,000 places all around the country. His audience amounted to more than 1,390,000 people. It is also estimated that he produced about 150,000 pieces of calligraphy for the establishment of his park. Enryo thought of the Temple Garden of Philosophy as a public good. Therefore, according to his testament, a foundation for administrating the park was established after Enryo had died. In 1921, tennis courts, and in 1931, a baseball field was built on the site. In 1944, the whole park was donated to the Tokyo municipality, and after the war in 1946, the garden was reopened as a public park under municipal administration. In 1975, the park was transferred to Nakano City's administration, as it still is today. Inside the park, there are many buildings that have been designated as the cultural heritage of Nakano City, and in 2009, the park itself was designated as an important Tokyo cultural site. The Temple Garden of Philosophy is a unique theme park of philosophy with more than 100 years of history. Following Enryo's last will, every year on the first Saturday of November, the Philosophy Shrine ceremony is held to commemorate and spread the spirit of philosophy. The park is also noticeable for a great variety of flowers. You are invited to enjoy its scenery and become a bit more familiar with philosophy by wandering around Enryo's 77 philosophical garden features.